What's up, guys? Christopher Walker back again with some more helpful health advice. Today I'm going to talk about some of the awesome nutritional compounds that are found in bone broth. And, you can find these in all sorts of bone broth, whether you make your own bone broth from, certain carcasses or, marrow-rich bones that you can get at the market, or whether you consume a, more of a pre-made bone broth like we have with Truth Nutri. We have a really delicious, really high quality grass-fed organic beef bone broth that we're making available right now. So the cool thing is that it's kind of like when you consume bone broth on a regular basis, you're getting this what essentially comes down to almost a multivitamin, but in a much better way. Like, rather than taking a Centrum or some cheap multivitamin like that, you're getting it from a really natural source. The bones, when you make this broth, or if you get a good quality broth, you're actually getting so many amino acids, you're getting so many proteins, you're getting so many, different forms of collagen, gelatin, all this stuff that's helping your gut, that's helping your immune system, that's helping your sleep. It's like this in one drink, essentially, or one bowl of soup type thing. You're getting a massive amount of good things. And I'm going to cover some of these key nutritional compounds that you can find in there. This is stuff that even goes beyond what I've talked about already in other videos. These are things that a lot of people don't even know about that's in the bone broth. There's so much good stuff in bone broth. Now, the first one's called Glycosaminoglycan. So these glycosaminoglycans have basically the role of supporting and maintaining the collagen and the elastin that's found in your skin. And in the spaces like in your joints, between bones and the fibers and the tendons in your joints. So these things are really important and are supportive. They play a supportive role in your skin, in your joints, but also in your digestive tract, in your GI tract, because they help to keep the integrity of the intestinal lining. So when you're deficient in these glycosaminoglycans, you start to have a lot of problems. Like, people can have problems with leaky gut symptoms like IBS, ulcerative colitis, that sort of thing, diarrhea, whatever. But then they also could have issues with wrinkles, have issues with kind of achy joints. That, all this, it's interesting because all of it's tied to the same thing, but people wouldn't necessarily make that connection. So a lot of people, when they have these kind of problems, they're going to go, if they have wrinkles, they'll go buy some expensive skin serum or something like that. If they have digestive issues, they might go to the doctor and try to be treated for all these random things when they don't even really need to. Or they have joint issues and they go and they might take, some people even take opioids for joint issues. It's ridiculous. When it comes down to the fact that you could probably get all the glycosaminoglycans that you need just from drinking a really good bone broth, and something that's going to restore all these issues at once. Now, the second thing that's in bone broth that's really good, a lot of people have actually tried this. I know back when I used to train for triathlons, before I stopped doing endurance training like that, I would have a lot of joint pain or like joint discomfort, essentially because of overuse. I would take something called glucosamine, and glucosamine is actually a very effective joint supplement. The thing is, you can just get it naturally in this bone broth. There's a plenty of glucosamine in the bone broth, and it's really an important ingredient to keep the integrity of the cartilage and the joints, which basically, it's like the cartilage is like the cushion in the joints. So as you get older, a lot of people get deficient in this, especially people that aren't consuming bone broth or consuming a lot of animal products. This is very common in more plant-based people. So increasing the amount of glucosamine that you take by drinking more bone broth, or having a glucosamine supplement, or just consuming more animal-based products, can actually really help support your joint health, flexibility and the comfort of your joints. The third thing that's found in bone broth is what's known as hyaluronic acid. And this is actually really important for keeping the cellular function and the cellular growth in your skin and neural tissue. So when you have issues with this, you're gonna see that the skin becomes less elastic, and you might have less optimal neuronal functioning, essentially, like the neuronal communication. You might start feeling a bit slower, in your thinking and that sort of thing. So this is actually a really important thing, hyaluronic acid, for just maintaining the elasticity of your skin, and then keeping your cells in a nice rejuvenative cycle. And that also just leads to any sign of anti-aging and or healthy aging in people, keeping people looking young. Now the next one is also, this one's typically also, if you go and buy a glucosamine supplement, you're going to find that it comes with chondroitin. And so chondroitin is another thing that it's found in the cartilage of all animals. Typically in the supplements, they're going to give you like shark-based chondroitin. However, you can get it just from the bone broth. Another really good benefit of bone broth. It supports your joints, and it's really good in combination with glucosamine. So it's again, all this is coming down to your joints, your immune system, the cartilage, the skin. All this is helping to support those things. Another one is just minerals, essentially, or electrolytes that you're going to find in this. It's almost like people go to things like Gatorade and that sort of thing to get their electrolytes, but a lot of us are massively deficient in electrolytes. You don't need to go drink a sports drink like Gatorade to get it. If you're drinking bone broth on a daily basis, you can get all the electrolytes you'll ever need in just one drink. Again, this comes down to, like, bone broth is really nature's multivitamin. It's really, really great. The electrolytes themselves are, you might be wondering what that is. It's basically the minerals like sodium, calcium, magnesium, and potassium. And then there's other minerals like phosphorus that are really common in bone broth as well that you really need. They're really important for circulation, bone density, neuronal signaling, heart health, digestive health, and immune function, that sort of stuff. So it's all super important. And again, the benefits of bone broth are pretty much endless. The last thing that you're going to find in the bone broth is collagen. And I've talked about this quite a bit, and I've talked about collagen here on the channel too. Collagen's awesome. It's a main structural protein that's found in the human body. It's used for a ton of different things, and it really helps with like connective tissue, helping protect your GI tract, and keeping the bones working properly and holding them together, and keeping people like your skin, keeping your skin looking healthy and really good. So those are the key nutritional aspects found in bone broth. Again, it's nature's multivitamin. We have one with Truth Nutra over at truthnutra.com. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe. I'll see you on the next video.